Michael has told News 24 he's planning legal action over newspaper stories about his private life. The News of the World claimed he'd had a sexual encounter with a man on Hampstead Heath, and other newspapers followed with stories about the singer's relationship with his partner. But earlier this evening, George Michael told me the events in the News of the World story had not happened and he had decided to act.
I am suing the photographers for harassment, hopefully also for libel, because they are the witnesses. I'm suing the individual involved, who I've never, ever seen, let alone wanted to have any kind of sexual encounter with. And I'm currently investigating suing the secondary sources of libel, which is the people who decided that Mr. Murdoch's story could do with some more kind of zhuzhing up, as they say, and said that my partner had called off our wedding, and then the day after, that my partner had been paid or had been given £1 million and was now interested in marrying me again. These are things that are not really acceptable.
Sure, but you know what the doubters will say to that. You will sue the secondary sources, you will sue the man who you say you never met anyway, who's clearly not a wealthy man, but you won't touch Rupert Murdoch and the News of the World who instigated it. And people will have doubts about that.
Oh, I don't know. You find me someone who's happy to sue Rupert Murdoch in the modern world, and well, I'd love to meet them.
You're better off than most, aren't you?
You've got to remember, yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about, do you want to be destroyed? I'm here to say I'm suing the guy who says he met me because he didn't. I'm suing the photographers because they're harassing me, and that I should not have to worry about who's watching me at 2:30 in the morning. And at the end of the day, I'm now investigating how far libel law covers me.
There was a point made following the original newspaper disclosure when you spoke to Richard and Judy and you talked about cruising being part of the gay culture.
Yeah.
That upset a number of gay people, judging by a phone-in I heard the next day, who said, well, it's not part of my culture.
Yes, but I would...
Isn't there a danger you're trying to bring everybody into this basket?
No. I'm only talking about my life, and I'm not even trying to justify that. I'm not here to justify cruising. I think that's a completely homophobic standpoint to take. It's private. That's the point. What I was doing was private.
Though. That's the problem.
No, but that's not my issue, is it? It's absolutely...
Well, it is if you happen to be walking past at the time.
Well, I don't know anybody that actually goes to Hampstead Heath at 2 o'clock in the morning for anything other than the reason of playing about with another member of the human race. If they are there at 2 o'clock in the morning, then they're a little bit strange, or they just don't know the local area. Why I'm answerable for any of this is beyond me, because to me, none of these questions are anything to do with me if you take away the fact that there are photographers, you know, stalking me through the night, and it's OK because they have cameras around their necks. People, you know, I've been asked several times as though I bring my sexuality to the public.
Well, I was about to ask you that. Aren't people now entitled to be sick of your sex?
I'm sick of reading
life and your sexuality.
Well, the thing is, does any one of them think that I have created this situation? If you think that George Michael has created a situation where people are constantly having to read about his sex life, you have to think about the fact I've done nothing this year against the law. I've done nothing to encourage talk about my sex life. The question is not whether I bring it to the public, is why do I have to defend it in public? Because I don't want to have to talk about it at all.
George Michael speaking to me earlier.